Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Get over to jerichogreen.net. Friends, let's face it, the future of America is looking worse each day. Those who are observant have the feeling that something really bad is going to happen soon. If it does, are you prepared? Do you have enough food, water, and other essentials to get you through tough times? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families. Right now, you can save 25% off of their popular 4-week emergency food kit, which will keep you well fed with 4 weeks worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. In fact, you might need it a lot sooner than that. So don't wait. Go to preparewithjericho.com and claim your 4-week emergency food kit. You'll save 25% if you act now. That is preparewithjericho.com. Don't wait. Do it today. Now, I must start with a big shout out to everybody who left kind words in the comment section about the video I posted last night. It is called it's the next installment in People Are Shit Chronicles. Something happened. And also shout out to everybody who gave some cash to replace, who donated some cash to replace what my son would have gotten had this horrible incident not taken place. And when you are done watching the video, I think it's only like 2 or 3 minutes long, you will agree that some people are shit. So, first of all, I want to give a shout out and a big thank you to the federal government, because these dumbasses decided to pass a little bullshit bill to keep them funded through December. So thanks a lot, federal government. Unfortunately, they will be open for business. They're trying to get this ridiculous, stupid, cumbersome albatross that would be put around the neck of future generations, this Build Back Better bill. It should be called Build Back Bullshit bill, because they say it's gonna cost nothing. The net cost will be zero. Yeah, maybe for us, but what about our kids and our grandkids, you ass? You can't kick the can down the road and say it's not gonna cost anything. So shit, it's already costing us. So they passed, I think, $1 trillion or something like that, enough to keep them afloat until December. So I'm just wondering, now we all agree, now they do have term limits as far as, they can be up for re-election. But what I mean by term limits is limits on the amount of times you can run. You get 2 shots, that should be it. But also, should we have, let me know in the comment section, should we have an age limit on these politicians, more specifically Congress and the Senate? Because it just doesn't make sense to me to have David Lopan, that liver-spotted demon, I'm sorry guys, I'm talking about that gargoyle that sits atop skyscrapers waiting until nightfall to come alive. I'm sorry, guys. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say Nancy Pelosi. That's what I mean, but same thing, right? So she has to be 80 plus years old. What the fuck is she doing in politics? At a certain age, you need to be put out to pasture. Enjoy the twilight of your life. But the reason these fools stick around is because they've been in there so damn long that they get in bed with lobbyists and other groups, and it's time for them to scratch their back. The lobbyists and these other people have scratched theirs. To get them there, they have to return the favor. That's why they can't get out of politics. And I've said this before, that's why you have senators like Dianne Feinstein from California, who just put her paperwork in to run for office again, and she is 91 years old today. Not today, but this time period. She's 91. So I think we should have age limits on these politicians as well, because we want somebody who is not too young but not too old. Someone who's young enough to know what's new, but old enough with enough experience to know what's coming. I don't want these old ass people running our country. You are out of touch and you have been there too long. You are corrupt. I don't want these carbon dated crypt keepers running our government. I want to see some Denzels, some Sam Elliott's, some distinguished women and gentlemen, some distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a little salt and pepper, but not too much salt. You know what I mean? That's who we need running this country. We don't need a bunch of old, decrepit, corrupt, been there too damn long, empty suits taking up space, doing shit like this. They need to be shut down. Why do they act like a government shutdown is such a horrible thing? Don't shut down paying the federal workers, the military. Shut yourselves down. Close the Capitol, close the halls of Congress, the floor of the Senate, all that shit. Close it. We don't need you. We still need the federal employees, but we don't need you. That's the part of the government that needs to be shut down, but they couldn't have it. They will hold on to that power with those liver-spotted claws of theirs until they are dead. They don't care who gets crushed in the process. They don't care who gets screwed or what they lose in the process, including us, especially us. We are supposed to keep our heads down, stay on that hamster wheel, and generate our fucking tax revenue and shut your mouth. Again, do we need to have age limits in government? And that's at every level. Also, I often say that California will not be out stupid, but you know who's nipping at our fucking heels? You know who is in second place, and I mean close second. I'm talking we're number 1 and they're 1A. Say it with me, guys. New York. That's right. A few months ago, finally, they unveiled the statue of the patron saint of fentanyl, George Floyd, the father of summer 2020. So they unveiled a statue of him in New Jersey. So New York says, hey, New Jersey, you think you can beat us when it comes to having stupid fucking statues? Hold my beer. So New York said, I will see you, your dumbass statue, and raise you 2 more. So today, finally, guys, it makes me feel better as a person of color. Like someone who's like lower on the color chart, I feel like so good right now. Stupid. So they decided to unveil 3 statues. Number 1, George Floyd. Come on, that's a stat. You go ahead and just rubber stamp his name on all this bullshit. Of course, George Floyd. Who else? Who's the queen of summer 2020? That would be Breonna Taylor. And then they're bringing up the rear with civil rights hero John Lewis. Now, John Lewis was on the front lines of the real civil rights movement when there was real discrimination and real systemic racism, right? So he got beaten, he got arrested with MLK and all that shit. Okay, I give you that, but that does not inoculate you from poor behavior. Because John Lewis was a congressman for the 5th district in Georgia, which has Atlanta in it. Okay? They've had, for years, have had crime rates above the national average, unemployment above the national average, and poverty. So what did you do with all that civil rights hero clout? Shit. Since 1987 to I think 2011, he failed the people of Atlanta and the other members of the 5th district. So don't give me that bullshit. But this is who we're highlighting. This is who we're honoring. A dope fiend. A woman who couldn't pick a good man to save her life. And didn't the man who was there when she got shot by the cops with a no-knock warrant, which was bullshit, they did knock. And She couldn't. Didn't that dude say that she had the gun after she's laying up there dead? Dope fiend, a woman who couldn't pick a good man to save her life, literally, and John Lewis, who failed the people of Georgia for years, for decades. This is who we're uplifting. This is who we're telling the world, look at what's important to us. So they had some artist, don't remember his name, don't give a shit. I'll put a link in the description box to the article so you can read this bullshit yourself. And each statue is made with 200 pieces of thinly cut African wood. They brought the wood from Africa because these statues are going to make us feel closer to our African roots. If you listen closely, if you put your ear to the statue, you can hear that song from Lion King. Whatever the fuck they said. You put your ear up to the statue, you can hear it. You can feel the African sun shining on your face. Give me that bullshit. We have no connection to Africa. Get that bullshit out of here. And how do you think the people of Mother Africa would feel about having these three stooges represent them? This is some bullshit. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and fucking John Lewis. These are the three black folk that you decided to make statues for. And you know what the title of it is called? This little art exhibition, my bad. You know what it's called? It's called See Injustice. Because each one of these people saw injustice. John Lewis did because he was around in the 60s. Them other fools didn't see shit. What injustice? Didn't they always post that picture of Breonna Taylor being an EMT, like she was doing chest compressions on somebody when she was shot? She didn't have that job for 2 or 3 years before she was killed. But what injustice stopped her from becoming an EMT? I guess the injustice started after she lost that job. Man, and then you got George Floyd's brother, Terrence Floyd. He said, and I quote, I had to write this down. I normally don't take notes for my shows. I don't have scripts, but I had to write this one down to make sure I got it right. And you can see it in the article in the description box. It says, this is the first time there's been a sculpture like this in New York City. Usually it's a mural on a wall, so change is here. Change is here. End quote. This is change? This is what you equate change to? Whatever phantom change you're looking for? This is it? 3 statues? That's change? What the fuck does that mean? Who's going to look at that statue and say, oh, I need to change my ways. I need to stop being racist. I need to stop clubbing these black folks over the head when I see them, but I can't help it. My white police hand just starts itching and I got to hit one of these fools over the head. But now that I've seen these 3 wooden statues made from African wood, I can put down my billy club of hate. And I can finally start loving people who are lower on the color chart than me because I saw these sculptures in New York City. New York City? You see it? Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to see the bar because it's so fucking low. This is where we set the bar. These are the people that need to be immortalized in sculptures. The patron saint of fentanyl, a woman who couldn't pick a good man, and John, fuck you, Georgia Lewis. Well, I'm going to get home with my beautiful wife and kids. It's Friday and it's pizza night. But you know, oh, and homemade pizza. And yes, you're asking yourself, Jericho, do you flip the dough up in the air? You know I do. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Make sure you utilize the Linktree link and get your ass over to jerichogreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.